9/11 was, for my family, a pretty significant event. My wife's oldest brother, Danny, was the first firefighter killed at the World Trade Center. On the way into the South Tower, he was actually hit by a jumper who left that god-awful inferno as a better choice, and they met on the ground.
So Salute is our military ERG supporting veterans and the service members of America's armed forces.
And what they do is they support our Veterans Network to make sure that those that either come into Altria have a smooth transition and their families have a smooth transition also.
We do a lot of volunteer work and charity work through the Veterans Affairs Medical Center. We do a lot of charity events.
It's all about supporting the military and veterans and offering support to their families and any military employees that we have here at the company.
It is a great recruiting tool for us to say, when you come to Altria, you are going to be embraced by an organization that understands your issues. You're going to be embraced by an organization like Salute that wants to welcome you and use your value to help Altria achieve its goals.
I joined the Marine Corps on a pilot contract, which means after my initial training, I was going to go down to Pensacola. I tried real hard in flight school, ended up doing pretty well, and in that time, I've been to every continent except for Antarctica, been to all 50 states, and I've deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, and all the hot spots.
Well, I'm an Air Force veteran.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Thank you, welcome. I spent 6 years in the Air Force, and which I loved it. I joined the ERG because it was a military ERG.
I have 5 uncles who served, 2 brothers and a sister. They served in the Vietnam and the Gulf War. Myself, I wasn't able to serve because my dad passed away at an early age, so I couldn't afford to leave my family. So this kind of gives me a way to make an impact and serve in a different type of way.
My husband is an Air Force veteran, has been in the military for about 18 years. The experience of being a military spouse can be challenging at times. My husband spent about 6 months in Afghanistan, so that was tough not having him at home with me and the children.
Just giving yourself to other people, giving yourself to a different cause, giving yourself to something bigger than yourself, those types of things. So that's what service, when I think about service, means to me, and I think all of those apply to military and military personnel. Clearly the things that they do in service of their country and in service of us as individuals here speaks to what that word really means.
So the skills I learned in the military are applicable every single day that I come to work at Altria. Teamwork, you know, in the legal profession, at least in the litigation world where I serve, teamwork's a really critical skill to develop, and I think the military really instilled that in me.
The military teaches you how to be a leader. It's helped me throughout my career, and Altria gives us the opportunity to utilize our leadership skills to help others, to build those teams, and to, you know, step out and be in charge of something.
So our employee resource group allows us to not only celebrate, but allow people with like experiences to come together and find ways to both build one another's skills, networks, etc., but also to provide, maybe as a collective, value back to the organization.
Altria's employee resource groups supports our mission of diversity and inclusion. Just because we don't know the background that everybody comes from, we can see from the outside, but the history, their family, you don't know. And so the great thing about our employee resource group is that they do not exclude.
So when you think about Salute and you think about employees wanting to enjoy Salute, I see it as an opportunity to be a part of something that's bigger than our individual selves every day.
You have to do the work. It's not good enough to just want to do something. You have to go out and actually apply the actions.
Whether it's a veteran, the veteran's family, visits to the VA hospital, those sorts of things. With our group, 500 strong, we can get a lot accomplished for the community.
I think that what Salute can do to help drive the enterprise in the future is continue to ask the questions that they're asking, right? Continue to come together to find ways to drive value for the organization and elevate concerns to the enterprise and to the leadership of the enterprise that they wouldn't otherwise be aware of. They collectively can help us do a couple of different things. I think they can help drive our business, and they can also help drive our culture.
I think Salute is actually a great complement to the Altria culture. It's a culture that is mission-driven.
I see a very bright future for the culture of Altria. I think that we're going to be a stronger, more united family, recognizing and appreciating our differences and using that to keep propelling us forward, and use the diversity of thought, use every employee's contributions, and propel us fast into the future.